Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited because I am doing the Jaclyn Hill Ride or Die makeup product tag where I share with you guys my Ride or Die products, kind of my holy grail products from each category. So I'll show you, my favorite foundation, my favorite concealer, and so on. So if you guys want to see my Ride or Die makeup products, just keep on watching. So the first product that I'm going to share with you guys is my favorite foundation primer, and I had to go with the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. This is one of my all-time favorite foundation primers. It's probably one of the first high-end primers that I purchased, and I find myself always reaching for this one. I have a bunch of other primers that I love and enjoy, but when I'm in a hurry and I know I just need something that's going to work for my skin, this never fails me. It just really fills in the pores so nicely. It gives you like a nice smooth canvas. Doesn't cling to any of my dry patches, and I do have oily skin, so this does also help to keep me more matte throughout the day, and I definitely think that it prolongs my makeup. It claims to be pore refining, waterproof, and line filling. I don't know about the waterproof part, but it definitely is pore refining, and it helps to minimize any fine lines, so I absolutely love this. As you can see, it's well loved. I've had this for probably a couple years, and you just need such a small amount of product, but this will be one that I definitely repurchase. For foundation, this one was a little tough for me. I actually was between two foundations, but I decided to go with the Lancome. This is the Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour Makeup, and I don't know if I said that right. I think it's like in French or something, but I absolutely love this foundation, and this is actually a newer foundation for me. It's one of my more recent purchases, but hands down, this is like my all-time favorite foundation. Nothing looks more flawless on the skin than this, and it's almost as if this helps to like minimize my pores. It definitely keeps me matte, but it's not a flat matte. It's like a natural matte. It's, I would say, medium to full coverage, so I like more of a full coverage foundation, so this is like perfect. Everything that I could ask for in a foundation. I'm just a little bit too tan for it right now, so I haven't been using it as much. I had to mix it with like some of my darker foundations, but this is just absolutely amazing. The one that was a close second is actually a drugstore. It's my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, and I absolutely love this foundation. Same thing, when I like want to reach for something quickly and just kind of know exactly what I'm gonna get, this little guy never fails me. So this was a close second. I just had to throw it in there and mention it because it's super inexpensive. It's like $7 at the drugstore. So if you've never tried this and you have oily skin, I would definitely check this little guy out. He's well worth it. For concealer, this one was an easy no-brainer for me. I had to go with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I've gone through, I don't know how many tubes of this concealer. I absolutely love it. Ever since I started using this, I don't use anything else. Before I would kind of like explore different concealers and maybe swap different ones out every now and again, but ever since I started using this, I didn't want to use anything else. It's just perfect coverage. It creases on me a little bit, but every concealer that I've ever used does, but this one I would say creases the least, and it just wears so nicely throughout the day. So this is by far my favorite. I must say that I'm curious to try the Tarte, what is it called, the Shape Tape concealer, because I've seen so many people say that once they tried that concealer that they liked it better than the Urban Decay one. So I don't know, we'll see, but by far this is my favorite. So going on to my favorite setting powder, I'm going to have to go with the Makeup Forever. This is the High Definition Pressed Powder, and I absolutely love this. Just comes in a little compact like this. It just makes your face look so airbrushed and like minimizes your pores. I first started using like the loose Makeup Forever HD powder, I don't even know, few years ago, and that was like the only setting powder that I would use. And then like when the Laura Mercier powder came out and there's a big hype around it, I bought that one and I kind of stuck with that one. I don't know, I like forgot about the Makeup Forever one. But more recently I picked up the pressed powder, and I absolutely love this. I like to dip my beauty blender in it and set my under eye concealer with it, and then just set the rest of my face. And ever since repurchasing this, I haven't touched any other powder. I would say this one is just the best by far. It's very lightweight, doesn't get cakey underneath my eyes like for my concealer, and like I said, it just makes the rest of your face look so airbrushed and like minimizes your pores. So this is by far my favorite setting powder for both concealer and the rest of my foundation. So moving on to bronzer. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm obsessed with the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer. This is like my all-time holy grail favorite bronzer. This one was like a no-brainer for me. It is a cream bronzer. Let me show you guys. This is what the inside looks like. But it gives you the most natural bronzed sun-kissed look. It just like melts into the skin. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, and I just feel like it makes your face look so flawless. So this is by far my favorite cream bronzer. I did go ahead and throw in a powder bronzer as well, in case if you guys aren't into cream bronzers. My favorite powder bronzer is the Laura Mercier, what is this, Matte Radianced Bake Powder in 03. And I actually just have like the little sample size. But this just is so perfect. It's like the perfect color. It's not too warm, not too cool tone. And it just like blends so seamlessly into the skin. So this is my favorite powder bronzer. For my favorite highlight, I had to go with Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop. It's just my favorite. It's so gorgeous. It has like that peachy champagne, but yet gold highlight. It's just so beautiful. I love so many different highlighters, but again, this one I always know what I'm going to get. I'm always going to be satisfied with this one. So if I'm ever in a rush, in a hurry, I know Champagne Pop will do me right. I love putting this like in the tear duct, highlighting my whole face. You can even wear this as eyeshadow. So I just think this one is the most, I don't know, universal for me. I absolutely love Champagne Pop. So I had to go with this one. For my favorite blush, I was kind of torn between two blushes. But when I really kind of sat down and thought about it, I had to go with MAC Sunbask. And as you can see, this is a well-loved blush, but it's a beautiful like bronzy peachy shade. And it has like a hint of shimmer. It's nothing crazy shimmery, it's very subtle. But this is like my all-time favorite blush. I was kind of torn between this one and MAC's Melba, which is more of a matte like peachy blush, but I don't know, I just had to go with Sunbask. This one just gives you like a gorgeous glow to your face, whether it's summer, winter. It just gives you like a healthy bronzed sun-kissed look, and I'm gonna have to go with Sunbask. So sticking kind of with face products, I'm going to go into my favorite setting spray, and I had to go with Model in a Bottle setting spray, and I actually just repurchased this recently. I've tried a few different setting sprays, and this was actually one of the first ones that I had tried. And I don't know why it took me so long to repurchase it. You know, I was trying different ones, the Urban Decay one, I tried like Scandinavia, NYX, a bunch of different setting sprays, and finally I was like, I need to reorder this because this one is just my absolute favorite. It sets everything in place, like it locks everything in. It helps to keep me matte. So this one's just by far my favorite. It just works so well with my skin, and it's inexpensive. I think I paid maybe like 13-14 bucks on Amazon. So now moving on to eye products. My favorite eyeshadow primer, this one was pretty easy for me. It's the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And this one has just always been my favorite. I've tried various brands, you know, MAC Paint Pot, Too Faced, Lorac, however you say it. And this one's just always my favorite. It just goes so smoothly onto my eyes. Has a little bit of color, so it'll kind of cancel out any pigment. But this one just is the one that will lock in my eyeshadow and will keep me creaseless throughout the day. I did have one that came in very close second to that. So I thought I would mention it because it is a drugstore one. It's the Essence I Heart Stage eyeshadow base, and this one it's a great dupe. It's not the exact consistency, but I feel like if you wanted something more affordable, this is amazing. It's like $3 at Ulta, and I use this like on an everyday basis, like for work or wherever. And then I'll use like my Urban Decay one for like special occasions where I know I'm gonna have my makeup on for like 10-12 hours. But I think this is a great dupe for the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. So if you're looking for an affordable option, I would check out the Essence one. Okay, so this one was probably the hardest for me, was to pick an eyeshadow palette. I was so torn. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what's been rotating through my like everyday use. And And I've kind of been through these three palettes, the Tarte in Bloom palette, the Manny and Makeup Geek palette, and then the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And I had a really hard time with this. But when I was looking back through my makeup, I was also looking at the Anastasia Amrezy palette. And as you can see, this palette is well loved. It has like so many everyday colors. You have a black in there, plus a couple pops of colors, plus your neutral shimmer and your brow bone highlights. So I almost went with this one. I was so torn. This one was a close second for me, but I ended up going with the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I don't know. It's just perfect. Like if I thought about it and I was like, if I could only use one palette for the rest of my life, it would be this one. It just has all the warm colors in there that I could ever want and need, plus a gold shimmer. Like gold shimmer on my lid is like, I could wear that every day and be happy with it. Plus you get all these beautiful matte shades. So I just had to go with this one. I just think it's beautiful. It's a great everyday palette. Plus you get a couple pops of color, you know, if you want to throw some pinks or some red, some orange, and those are just my favorite eyeshadows. So I had to go with the Modern Renaissance palette. Plus you get more eyeshadows than in like the Amrezy palette. So I went with this one. For mascara, this one's a tie. I couldn't pick one mascara. I'm actually torn between two of the Tarte mascaras right now. The Tarte Lights Camera Flashes mascara. I have been using this probably for like the past year or maybe even longer, and I'm obsessed with this mascara. It gives you so much volume and like separates the lashes so gorgeously. But it wasn't until I tried the Tarte, or what is this, the Tarteist Lash Paint Mascara, that I was so torn, because this one gives you so much length. Like, no, I don't even know. It's so much length. I have a full review and demo on my channel. If you're interested, I'll link that down below. It's a miracle how long this makes your lashes look. So honestly, the two of these together is like the perfect pair, because this one gives you length, this one gives you volume. On their own, they're both gorgeous as well. So I could not pick between one of these. They're my absolute favorite. Nothing compares to these two mascaras. So it's a tie, and I had to pick two. Okay, and for lashes, I'll be honest, I'm not the huge, false lash person. I've been using Latisse for my natural lashes, and ever since using that, I just like to pop on some mascara because my lashes have gotten so long. But every now and again, I do like to wear some falsies, when you want to amp things up, you want some more drama. So I was kind of torn, and they were actually between two pairs of Cocoa lashes. These are the Queen Bee lashes, and then these are the lashes in the style Misha. So I think the Cocoa lashes are drop dead gorgeous, like if you want drama, but they're not like too over the top. So I love these lashes, but honestly I had to go with the Misha lashes. These ones are just my ride or die. Like, they're so wispy. They have a thin band, so if you're in a hurry, you can just pop these on. They're not hard to put on at all, and you can wear this with a more natural look, or you can wear it with like a totally amped up dramatic look. So I had to go with Cocoa lashes in the style Misha. And honestly, I'm not the best person at putting on false lashes because I don't do it all the time. So I think because these have a thin band, it makes them a lot more easy to work with. And for brows, this one was actually a no-brainer for me as well. I had to go with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is actually the brow definer. I don't even have a Brow Wiz right now. Honestly, don't know what happened. I bought the brow definer thinking that I might like this better than the Brow Wiz, and honestly, I don't. I just love the Brow Wiz way more. I just need to repurchase another one. So in the meantime, this is what I've been using, but I just like the fine tip of the Brow Wiz. You can get so much more precise with it. So I just love the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I believe I use the shade Dark Brown. Okay, and I wasn't going to mention eyeliner, but since I actually used this today, and it kind of reminded me that I didn't include an eyeliner in this, I am going to go ahead and go with MAC Eye Kohl in the shade Costa Riche. It's like a beautiful reddish brown eyeliner, and this is by far my favorite eyeliner to wear in my waterline. It's just so gorgeous. I am not a huge fan of black liner in my waterline. It's just too much for me. I don't like too much drama, but this brown color is so beautiful. So this would by far be my ride or die eyeliner. Okay, moving on to lip products. So my Ride or Die lip liner, this one was pretty easy for me. This is the MAC Boldly Bare lip liner, and I just think that it's the perfect everyday nude. You can wear this with so many different colors. You can wear it by itself, and I just think it's beautiful. So Boldly Bare, by far my favorite. It's by far my most reached for as well. So for my lip products, this one I had a little bit of a hard time. Okay guys, so for my favorite Ride or Die lipstick, I had to go with Avon, and this is in the shade, what is this? Marvelous Mocha. And it's just the most beautiful, like, everyday color. It's so stunning. Let me swatch this here. This is what Marvelous Mocha looks like. It's just so rich, so beautiful. And honestly, this Avon, what are these called? These are the Perfect Matte lipsticks. They're seriously the best matte lipstick that I've ever used. Like, this formula is just perfect. It's so smooth and creamy. It's non-drying. It's so comfortable, but like so pigmented. So if you haven't tried these Avon lipsticks, they are so good. And I think they're like anywhere from like $6 to $10 depending on if they're on sale. So this is definitely my favorite lipstick. I did go ahead and pick my Ride or Die liquid lipstick, and I'm going to cheat here a little bit. I had to go with my Ride or Die Nude liquid lipstick and my Ride or Die Pop of Color liquid lipstick. I'm obsessed with bright, bold liquid lipsticks, but I mean, if I had to pick one that I wore for the rest of my life, I guess I wouldn't go with a bold color. I'd probably go with more of like a nude, everyday wearable color, so that's why I decided to pick one of each. So my all-time favorite bold liquid lipstick is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Karina, and it's just like a gorgeous, bright watermelon pink shade, and this color just never fails me. Like, through spring and summer, I adore this color. Like, when I just want to amp up my look, like, I just pop this on, and like, it always just makes me feel so beautiful, and I don't know what it is about this color. I absolutely love it. I've been using it probably for the past 2 years now, and like, when I just want that lipstick that I'm comfortable in, but that's bright and bold, this is it. This is what I reach for. And it's so comfortable on the lips. It wears so nicely throughout the day. Doesn't crack or like get cakey in the inside, especially even when you're eating. It may wear off a little bit, especially if you're eating greasy foods, but it wears off very nicely. So this is by far my favorite bold liquid lipstick. My favorite nude liquid lipstick, so I had to go with the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Double Dare, and I think this is just such a beautiful shade. Like, it's just so wearable. It's like a mauve, I don't even know what you, I guess kind of like a mauve-y shade. This is it right here. It's just so pretty. Like, it's nothing too light or nude. I think it's very natural looking. It's a very great everyday liquid lipstick. Being honest with you guys, I had a little bit of a tough time because I've been really in love with the Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Bel Air, and I'll swatch this next to it. This one's more of like a nude actual, it's just like a perfect peachy nude. This one was my close second, but this one was a more recent discovery for me, so I had to go with the Kat Von D in the shade Double Dare, but I think they're all so gorgeous. But these, I just had to mention these Ofra liquid lipsticks because they're so comfortable and creamy on the lips. They do not dry out your lips at all. Whereas, you know, the Kat Von D ones, they can get a little bit drying throughout the day. So I just had to mention this little guy. But ultimately, Double Dare takes the cake. And I had to just show you guys Karina from Anastasia because this is so beautiful. It's like the perfect watermelon shade, and I think it's just so beautiful. It looks great on tan skin. So these are my faves right here. And last but not least is my favorite lip gloss. And honestly, I'm not a huge lip gloss person, but if I had to pick one, it would be the NYX Intense Butter Glosses. They are just so pigmented and creamy, and I love the shade Tres Leches. This is what it looks like right here. It's just like a perfect pinky nude. So beautiful on its own. It's so beautiful with lip liner. You can top it over like a nude lipstick, and I just think it's so comfortable and gorgeous. It's not sticky, super creamy, and very long wearing. So I have to go with the NYX Intense Butter Gloss. So that's it for my all-time favorite ride or die makeup products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite products that you couldn't live without. And thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I forgot Jaclyn included her favorite perfume, so I thought I would do mine as well. It's the Marc Jacobs Dot perfume. This is my all-time favorite perfume. This is the only perfume I use. Honestly, I was never like a huge perfume person until my husband bought me this, and like I've been obsessed. Like I've gone through maybe 3 bottles of this, and it just smells so good. And like after trying this, I didn't even want to try any other perfume. I was like, all right, that's my scent, I'm sold. So Marc Jacobs Dot, if you guys haven't smelled this, it smells like heaven. But anyways, I think that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.